And all right. So, and just like that, we're opening the door to the rest of the community. Come on in, Facebook and YouTube fam. Happy Feel Good Friday. Let's wrap up this week on a high note with good vibes, big smiles, and a few laughs along the way. While continuing our weekly theme, AI and everyday life navigating the new norm, I am Princess, your host of Cup of Cocoa and Chats, where we sip and start the day with intention and good vibes. You're joining me live. I've been on since 6 a.m. over on Favorited, and now I'm bringing the love right here at 6:30 a.m. Catch new podcast episodes every Monday on Spotify and YouTube. And for midweek lift, follow me across all platforms for inspiration, motivation on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's stay connected and encouraged. Let's get into it. A quick recap. We've already been flowing over on Favorite since 6. So let me catch you up on the morning vibe. We started off with our intro song. This is the day that the Lord has made. Then our usual morning greeting. We kept the vibes going with the song Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the waves, reflecting on how technology may be evolving, but our light, our joy, and our human touch remain bright. Then we finish our music vibe with Happy by Pharrell Williams, reflecting on keeping our hearts full and spreading our smile, no matter what changes around us. After that, um, I gave the Coco and chat question, which I'll add in the comments for those watching the playback and for you joining us live. And of course, we close the 6 a.m. out segment out with our regular root check and affirmation. I am wise, equipped, and led by purpose. Our segment goal today is to become empowered to approach AI not with fear, but with informed curiosity, intentional choices, and a heart led perspective. Our talking points today: AI as a partner, not a replacement, staying human in the loop, and informed, not overwhelmed. Today, instead of fearing AI, let's explore how we can embrace it wisely, using our values as the guide and keeping our heart at the center of the conversation. Let's wrap the week up by diving into how we can be informed, empowered, and still deeply human in an AI world. AI and everything life, navigating the new normal, from voice assistants to those mystery algorithms on our social feeds. We've asked all week long, how do we stay empowered and stay deeply human? Let's do a quick weekly recap. So Cup of Cocoa on the Mindful Monday podcast, I talked about balancing tech with peace of mind. And on Tech Talk Tuesday, I asked if AI is helping or hurting our creativity through it through my motivation, inspiration posts on all my socials. Then on live segment Working Wednesday, we explored AI at work, efficiency without losing our human edge, and Thoughtful Thursday inspiration and motivation posts were all about digital trust, dating apps, deep fakes, and protecting our hearts and our data. Now, today, we're landing the plane with smart, not scared, embracing AI with heart. This is where we choose curiosity over fear, intention over impulse, and values over hype. And here's our lens for today: AI as a partner, not a replacement. So we pick the tools that support our gifts. Keep a human in the loop by leading with empathy, ethics, and creativity, and informed, not overwhelmed. We will learn just enough to be confident and not anxious. So, talking point number one: AI as a partner, not a replacement. AI works best when it's your assistant, not your replacement. So think of it like a tool in your toolbox. It can help carry the weight, but it doesn't know your heart, your history, or your humor. When we let AI handle the little time consuming things like sorting information, organizing ideas, or pulling together a first draft, we free ourselves to focus on the parts that really matter. That's where your humanity shines through. The way you tell a story, the way you connect, the way you make someone feel seen. The beauty is that AI can support your creativity, but it can never replace the live experience, values, and the cultural richness that only you can bring. So that's the partnership that we want. Tech doing the heavy lifting with you steering the ship. So now that we've got AI sitting in the co pilot seat, let's talk about the person in the driver's seat. That's you and the values you bring every time you use it. And which brings us right into talking point number two: staying human in the loop. So no matter how advanced the technology gets, we are still the ones setting the tone, making the decisions, and carrying the responsibility. Um, Here in Maryland, they are debating the facial recognition technology. There were a string of robberies here in Baltimore City, in the Mount Washington area, and there was ring camera footage of one of the persons of interest. And the community is shouting, let's use facial recognition so that we can find out who this guy is. But there was just a law passed against um, facial recognition technology. So it's a debate right now in Baltimore City and in Maryland, in regards to facial recognition. And that is AI. So um, that's one of the examples of staying human in the loop, because a lot of people are against it because of racial profiling and things like that. So let's see, somebody wants to come up. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good, fine.
Okay. Can I have you mute for just a second?
Yes, no problem.
Thank you. So staying human in the loop means our empathy, our ethics, and our creativity are at the center of everything we use AI for. Technology can suggest words, but it doesn't understand the weight of those words in a cultural or personal context. Only you do. That means checking information before we share it, adding our own perspective to make it relatable, and making sure our use of technology still reflects our values. Whether you're creating content, solving problems at work, or just exploring new tools, the human element is what turns technology into something meaningful. So when people see that you're using AI but still speaking from the heart, they feel the difference and they trust more. And when your values are guided the way it's a lot easier to stay in control and not get overwhelmed, which brings us to our last point for today, which is informed, not overwhelmed. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind when it comes to technology, especially with AI moving so fast. But you don't have to know everything, right? All you just need to know enough to feel confident and in control. That starts with choosing a few trusted sources to learn from and permitting yourself to learn in small, manageable steps. You don't have to dive into everything new, featured, or app. Pick one, explore it, see how it fits into your life, how it protects your peace by setting boundaries around your learning time. Remember that it's okay to say, I don't know this yet, but I'm learning. So, staying informed without feeling pressure keeps your mind clear and your heart open to new possibilities. And for my favorite folks, we know that opening to new possibilities is actually a AI generated quote, and not a human quote. Uh, so the goal isn't to become a tech expert, it's to understand just enough so you can use AI with wisdom, curiosity, and heart. So whether it's letting AI be your helper, keeping your heart at the center, or learning just enough to feel confident, remember the goal is never to replace your humanity, but to let it lead the way. And speaking of that, let me give you a couple simple AI tools you can try, whether you're a content creator, a teacher, a parent, or running your own household. These are easy, free, and can save you time in your everyday life. So the first one is Google Lens, and that is a free tool. It's built into just about all of the smartphones, I believe. And what it does is you can point your phone camera at almost anything, a flower, a recipe in a cookbook, a product in the store, and get instant information, translations, or similar results. You can use it every day. You can identify plants in your yard, translate a food label in another language, find a recipe for an ingredient you have at home. Um, it's a really good tool, and it's Google Lens. It's right on your cell phones. Number two, speech to text in Google Docs or Microsoft Word is another free tool. What it does is turns your spoken words into text in real time. Oh, okay. That's how you identify your plants. So it is a good tool to use every day, that Google Lens. Speech to text in Google Docs or Microsoft Word also is free. What it does, like I said, is turn your spoken words into text in real time. You can use that also every day by making a grocery list hands free while cooking, dictate meeting notes if you're a teacher, capture ideas while folding laundry. It's a really good tool that you can use every day. And the last one that I have for you, which is only three of many, is called Tootie or Sweepy. Tootie or Sweepy, and it's an AI powered cleaning app, and it's also free. This one does have paid upgrades, but it is, you can start out free. You can start out free, and if you like it, you can upgrade with a small fee. But what it does is it suggests cleaning schedules, remind you when a task is due based on how often you normally do it. You can use that also every day. It keeps the housewife on track with chores, house busy professionals. Remember, small tasks that pile up, and it even makes cleaning a game for kids. So that's one that your housewife can try. Um, or you can try when you're, if you want to keep your chores on task. Or you can use if you have I know for sure if you have an iPhone, you can use the reminders on your iPhone. Um, um, to help you with your chores as well, because that's what I use. The reminders on my iPhone that reminds me daily what I need to do. So before we close up, um, also Free, you're familiar with Sweepy or Tootie? Have you ever used you use Sweepy? Yeah, so those are three of many, but um, those are three that you can use every day. Do you use the free version of it, or do you pay for upgrades? Absolutely. Free indeed. Absolutely. So, our closing affirmation is I'm not behind. I'm learning. I'm adapting and leading with heart. I'm not behind. I'm learning, adapting, and leading with heart. So, our community spotlight. Every Friday, we do a community spotlight, and this Friday is no different. So, before we wrap up today's Feel Good Friday, I um I want to do our community spotlight, the moment where we celebrate the beautiful connections that keep this space alive. So first, I want to give a special shout out to my former co-worker and now my sister for life, Lorna. Um, I showed this earlier to my favorite family. She surprised me with the sweetest note through U.S. mail. Y'all, in this day and age of text, DM, and emails, to open your mailbox and find a real handwritten note is rare and precious. Lorna, that simple act warmed my heart and reminded me how powerful a personal touch can be. If you're watching on Facebook, good morning, family. If you're watching on Facebook and you know Lorna, you know that she will send you a personal note every time. So it's always a good gesture, and I love it. Next to all my cup of cocoa and chat um, Facebook group members, every single one of you who takes time to read, comment, and engage with my daily posts. You might think it's just a little like or a short comment, but it makes this community feel alive and connected. And of course, to my cup of cocoa and chat viewers across all my platforms and my entire social media family, thank you for showing up, for sharing my mornings with me, your thoughts, your light, and your light with me. You are a part of why I do this every single Wednesday and Friday, and why I post every Tuesday and Thursday and do my podcast on Monday. Community isn't just about being in the same space, it's about showing up for each other. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. So, community isn't just about being in the same place, it's about showing up for each other in the little ways that make a big difference. And I see you, I appreciate you, and I celebrate you. Good morning, Miss Howard. So before we close, let's anchor our hearts with our faith and cocoa moment. For God has not forgiven, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And that comes from 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Thank you, fam. Remember, family, we don't have to fear the future. We carry wisdom, we take love, and we carry a steady mind. Technology can be helpful, but God guides our hearts. So here is your Feel Good Friday charge. Use the tool, but keep the soul. Use the tool, but keep the soul. Be curious, be kind, be discerning, and let tech serve your purpose, not steal your peace. So use the tool. That's my Baltimore accent coming out, y'all. Use the tool, keep the soul. So that's a wrap for this Feel Good Friday. But before we go, I want to leave you with this thought. AI may be fast, but empathy, wisdom, and soul still win. The tools may change, but our values remain. Lead with your heart, stay curious, and remember you are the soul behind the screen. That's something no machine can ever replace. Go into the weekend curious, confident, and connected, ready to let technology work for you while you live with purpose, joy, and love. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to like, share, and invite someone to join us here on Cup of Cocoa and Chat. I'll be back next Wednesday morning, same time, same place. Until then, take care, be bold, and as always, peace, blessings. I love you guys, and I mean it. Bye for now. Let's close out YouTube. Bye, guys.